So today, we want to teach you 3 Chinese egg salads. First, a humble dish called jidan suan from the north around Henan and Shandong. Second, a traditional Dai dish from the south of Yunnan called chongdan. And finally, a chopped Liangban jidan that's a bit more of a modern home cooking dish popular over on the Chinese internet. All are quite delicious, and I guess if it had to be said, well, I personally am one of those mayonnaise enthusiasts. I do also know that not everybody shares my depravities. So these are Chinese, so not a drop of mayo in any of them. So right, first up is that jidan suan. Now you won't find this too much at restaurants these days, as it's a traditional village dish with very humble origins. It's one of those things that you'll eat when you can't get all that much meat, as around the world, eggs are basically the cheapest protein source you can get, next to the beans and the tofu. This would traditionally be eaten next to some steamed mantou buns, as sort of like a little open-faced sandwich. But I do have to say that it also fares pretty well next to some bread or dinner rolls as well. So first up, just boil your eggs how you usually like to boil your eggs. For us, we like to add ours to cool water, bring it all up to a boil, and boil on medium for 8 minutes. Then remove, rinse them under cool water, and let them soak in said cool water till they're cool to the touch. And then peel. Then, for this, we're going to be pounding everything in a mortar because that's how it's traditionally done. But if you don't own one, no worries. We'll have some tips for the mortarless in the outro at the end of the video. But for us, we'll toss in 6 cloves of garlic together with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and MSG. Then pound till pasty and the garlic sticky. Then toss in 1/2 tablespoon of soy sauce, tablespoon dark Chinese vinegar, 2 teaspoons toasted sesame oil, and give that a quick pound to mix. Then just break 6 of your boiled eggs in half and pound it in with the garlic mixture to break right down. Once you're looking at something about like this, remove and then serve. Eat and smear alongside a fluffy steamed mantou for maximum authenticity bonus points. Then next is the opposite end of the country, the herbaceous chongdan from Substack. Now, again, I'm personally the kind of person that really enjoys mayonnaise-based egg salads too. Like, I'm right there with the Slavs in their adoration of the Olivier. But there undeniably is a culinary benefit of going mayoless too. Because, once you add mayo to a salad, I think there ends up being a kind of limited range of flavors that end up working. Like that last recipe, you could probably get away with sneaking in a little mayo. But for this one, these sorts of tropical/spicy flavors, not so much. So to make it, first start by toasting 2 spicy red chilies. Poke a couple holes to avoid chili explosion. 4 cloves of garlic and 1 inch of ginger in a dry wok for about 4 to 5 minutes over a medium-low flame, or until they're soft and blistered. Peel the garlic, slice the stem off the chili, then pound all those in a mortar with a 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon MSG, and pound that till pasty. Then toss in 2 teaspoons toasted chili flakes. Quick pound to mix, then in with your 6 eggs. Break them in half, and again, pound those to break them right down. Once they're looking at about 1/2-inch pieces, toss in 15 grams each chopped culantro and cilantro, and feel free to use all cilantro if culantro is a tough source for you. Then transfer over to a plate and serve, together with some rice, or traditionally and deliciously, sticky rice. Then lastly is something that might be straining the definition of egg salad a touch. But I don't know, Wikipedia calls Tai Yam Kai Dao an egg salad, so I think maybe we can get away with a stretch. Now, this is going to be a lot of the Chinese cold salad usual suspects, starting off with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons dark Chinese vinegar, 1 teaspoon oyster sauce, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon sugar, and an 1/8 teaspoon each MSG and white pepper powder, and 2 tablespoons water. Mix that well, then also toss in 3 cloves of minced garlic, 1 chopped spicy red chili, 10 grams each chopped scallion and cilantro, and 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds. Then, over at the stove, heat up 1 tablespoon of oil until it's smoking, splash it over the sauce, and then mix that well. Now just grab, again, 6 boiled eggs and slice them into quarters, and this time arrange them neatly on a plate. Then just smother that sauce all over everything, and eat that alongside rice, or as one dish in the context of a larger meal.
So for the northern garlicky one, if you don't have a mortar, no problem. There's this really fancy Western technique of mincing garlic, like by smearing it on the chopping board with some salt. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube, and we'll link one. And then after that, when you're mixing, just get a big bowl, get a glove on, and then get your hands to it. Right, so check out the recipe in the description box. A big thank you for everyone that's supporting us on Patreon, and of course, subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos.